What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing great out there in the merch world. This is just a random show. Me and Helen want to come on. We can't stop talking about merch, so we just thought we'd come on and just share and talk about whatever we can think of. If you got any questions, just leave them in the chat, and we'll get to them. How's it going?
Good. I'm excited to be here. It's fun to talk to you and hang out. Thanks for reaching out.
One thing I do want to talk about, I just thought of just now, is your trip to the UK.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
Who put that on? What was that all about?
So Rick organized it. Rick is the one that does Merch Wizard. He's the one who created that tool. Yeah. And he lives pretty close to Michael Essick. They both live like near or around Manchester in the UK. So they met up and decided they wanted to do a conference. And then from there, they just invited people and just set it up. They just did it.
Wow.
So it was a lot of fun. I had a great time.
Were you the one, weren't you supposed to go with some other Merch Money girls and they didn't go? Or what?
It was just going to be me and Brianna, and then she just is so busy. I mean, she's going to LA soon to do a talk, and she had just come back from somewhere. So she ended up deciding it was just too much. You know, she wanted to be home with her family. So she couldn't make it, but she still sent a speech.
So was it, you'd never been there, right, to Manchester before?
I had never been to Manchester. I'd been to England. So I'd been to London and Bristol.
Okay, so like the whole just traveling over there wasn't really a big deal. So okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal, but I had gone a long time ago. I went in college, which unfortunately was a long time ago. But one of my friends was studying abroad there, so I went to go visit her. And it was not nearly so much of a hassle as it is now. Like their airport security is even stricter than ours. So it was like trying to get there. They wanted to know like exactly where I was going to be, like asked me so many questions. I said I was there for an Amazon conference and they had all these questions. They're like, no, Amazon's in the US. It was hilarious. Like they just would not believe me that I was going to an Amazon conference in the UK. So it was pretty interesting. And then getting back into the US, it was the same thing. Like so many questions about what I was doing when I was over there. And I'm like, oh my God, like it was not like this for the last time I went to England.
Wow.
So I think of England as like no big deal. Like but whatever, both countries, it was pretty crazy.
So how many days was it?
The conference itself was one day. I spent 3 full days there and then like a little bit of travel on either end. But it was great. It was like 6 hour time difference. So, or 5 or 6 hour time difference. So I just was flying overnight and it ended up working perfectly. I got to the hotel in the morning and I was able to take a little nap and then meet up with some other people that got to the hotel early. We had a nice dinner and all hung out. And then Saturday was a conference. And then Sunday, I got a tour of Manchester from one of the girls that came to the conference. She's an architecture, like she graduated from architecture school. So she's an architect now. And she was able to give me like such a good tour of Manchester, explaining all the buildings and the whole history. And it was a lot of fun.
Wow, that sounds so fun, man. I wish I would have got to go to that.
Yeah, the conference was great. All the speakers were good. It was really fun. It was only like 60 people, so it was small enough that you really could talk to every single person there. And they had like this whole dinner after the conference, and they were like circular tables, so it was very easy to talk to the people at your own table, and then it was pretty easy to just move around from table to table. So
did everybody there know about Merch Money?
A lot of people did. I was shocked. I felt like a celebrity. Like some people wanted to take pictures with me, and like some people were like, "Oh, my kids are gonna be so excited that I met a YouTuber." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, awesome. I'm not that serious yet." But it was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
That would be so fun to go to.
Everybody was so nice, and it was just fun. Like I've loved using Merch Wizard, but it was fun to actually meet Rick in person and talk to him all about it. And I got to meet Greg Greg, I think his last name's Hess. He's the one who does Merch Locker and the Merch Resize tool. He was there. I got to talk to him. Got to meet Michael Essick. It was great. It was just a lot of fun.
Awesome. Hey, we got two people watching. We got Nabil, what's up? And Emily. How's it going, Emily?
Oh, hey, Emily. Oh, gosh, speaking of Emily, I'm so excited for the Merch Wizard update that's coming this weekend, I think, or right after this weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What did you go over there and speak about?
Oh, I spoke about merch. Rick wanted me to talk about Pinterest advertising, but I really wanted to talk about merch itself because I still love being on merch. Like, I know a lot of people, I've started to move on and build brands and things like that, but merch is still my like main focus. I can't pull myself away. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I absolutely love it. And I felt like, you know, it's so new in the UK and Germany and everywhere. And I'm like, I don't feel like any of us are taking advantage of that opportunity as much as we could. So I don't know. I just wanted to go over there and see their opinion of it. And, you know, I think that somebody should do like a Germany design service, like do designs in German and people who know the culture in Germany and know what's, you know, because we have the language barrier and we don't know like what is popular, what people want. So I was trying to get all the German people to, because there were some people from Germany that were there. So I was like talking to them nonstop about starting a design company. So we'll see if any of them actually do that.
That'd be awesome for somebody did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they excited about? Were they, a lot of them there? Were they uploading to the UK a lot? Did you even ask that, or?
They really weren't. I think that they were viewing it the same way that we are, where it's just like, oh, it's not that great. Like, we're not getting that many sales. So they're kind of ignoring it. And to me, it's like, even if you don't get as many sales as the US, like, it's still so important to make your mark and get your shirt ranked and starting to get reviews. And I just think merch is just, not only is it new there, but Amazon in general is not as big there as it is in the US. So I think it's just going to keep growing there. So if you can be one of the first people to get up there, get ranked, get your shirt going, because I think we're using most of the wrong keywords. So many of the words are spelled differently in the UK and, you know, just different words. I'm like, if you guys put the right keywords that are spelled correctly, I'm like, it's such a huge advantage. And I think that they really could take advantage of that.
That's fun. Everybody was just there talking merch. That sounds so fun to be at.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Seattle one too. I had to miss it last year because of my friend's wedding, but I definitely want to go this year.
Everybody said I need to go next year. This will be the third year I haven't been, but I need to go.
The first year, I don't know what happened. I think I just totally missed it. Like, I didn't know it was happening. I was still mostly focused on FBA that year, so I think I just somehow missed it. But this past year, I should have gone. I just had other plans.
It seems like that one was full of a bunch of people who are online. Like,
yeah. That one is, I'm sure I'll know a lot more people than I did at the UK one. The UK one was fun though, just because it was so small. Like, I know that the Seattle one's gonna be a lot bigger, so I'm sure I'll get there and be like, oh, I wanted to talk to that person and that person, and just probably will be hard to get to talk to every single person there. But the UK one, like, literally I talked to every single person there. So
dang.
It was fun.
I got a couple more people. Daniel, what's going on? And Julia, yeah, what's up?
Hi, guys.
Did you get the message in the dashboard about doing AMS for UK? Didn't they have a webinar the other day? I didn't get to do that.
I think it's February 13th. I posted the date in the group. I'm sure. I think it's coming up. So yes, I definitely want to be on that.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch that and see what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, I've talked to a few people who have already set that up. I spent like 10 minutes trying to one day, and for some reason I don't know. I did something wrong, or I don't know. I didn't do it, so I still have to do that.
Let's see here. What else do they say in here? Yeah, I need to go. Yeah, I needed. Did oh yeah, I think Emily did you go? You went to the Seattle conference, right? So yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what's been going on with your merch? Is it doing pretty good? Has it been slow like everybody else?
It's definitely slowed down from December. It's not as bad as last January, so it's definitely I feel like it's just sort of an average month.
Yeah, me too. It's
Yeah.
pretty same. Yeah. So
And then February is off to a pretty good start. I think February is picking up a little more for me than January.
yeah, I think so. Also, so hopefully it'll continue to pick up.
Yeah.
So here's yesterday I decided to do like a case study. So on my book,
Yes, I
I bought
did.
like. Did you watch that?
I watched it, but I missed the live part. I watched it later. But that was a good idea.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to do something different. Maybe it helps. I've been seeing a lot of questions that people are asking on Facebook
Yeah.
groups and stuff, and so hopefully from the audience, people that were helping each other, we can all help each other. So
I
we'll
think
see how
that's a
that
great
goes.
idea. You always think of such good ideas. You're very creative. I'm excited about your screen printing thing. You're gonna be doing that soon, right?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty soon, I'm going to be trying to learn some screen printing. Actually, this weekend, I'm going to get taught, and so
That's
we'll
so
see how that goes.
cool. So
Yeah.
is it just one of your friends or somebody you know from the group or?
No, I just a place that is doing some training and stuff, and so
Oh, so you're like taking a class.
yeah, yeah, kind of taking a class. Yeah.
Nice. So exciting. Do you think you're ever gonna do that? Like just do your own screen printing?
I don't know. I think it looks. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on it, and
Uh-huh.
actually, a lot of people that are doing it. I mean, you don't need a lot of stuff to do it. It seems like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's really neat. There's so many directions you can go. It's so hard to like stay focused. There's so many
Yeah.
things I want to do, like, of course, building the brands. I'm working on building my first brand. So that's one thing. And then I'd love to do a blog. RJ and Matt have been talking about that recently on their channel. And I've been wanting to for a while. And then like the last like 2 shows they've talked about it. And I'm like, is this a sign? Like, am I supposed to hurry up and do this? So we'll see. I'm thinking about turning those like daily tips of the day that I do into a blog.
Yeah, how many days have you been doing those for now?
I think I'm, let's see, like 115 or 117 or something like that.
Dang, that's really good. Yeah, you
I
should turn
know.
those.
It's amazing. Like if you just do something every day, it's like it adds up very quickly. So
You could make it into one of those KDP books,
I was thinking about that too. I don't know. I would probably have to play around with it and change it around a little if I made it into a book, because it's so many links to other things. Like I don't know how that works, but I think it'd be great for a blog. We'll see.
Yeah, a blog. I think that would work good too. So yeah.
But what have you been up to? I mean, you're doing the screen printing, and then how's your merch going?
It's going pretty good. I'm trying to do a lot more pop sockets than have done in the past. So
Yeah.
I kind of slacked off on that. So, but now I'm gonna try to upload a lot more of those.
What about like sweatshirts and hoodies and long sleeves? Have you been doing more of those?
Yeah, I've been trying to do a lot more hoodies and I've been actually yesterday for those shirts that I did that for the example, I uploaded to every product. So that actually helped.
Yeah. I've been doing that, like all the new stuff I did, I uploaded to everything. But a lot of my old designs from like a year or 2 ago were just on standards. So yesterday, that's all I did was upload all old designs onto long sleeves and hoodies and all that. So it's pretty nice with the new royalties. I feel like it's really worth it.
One thing I'm doing after every month, I'm going through like all the shirts that sold that month. The previous month, and then I'm trying to see how I can like expand off of either those niches or just make more similar designs.
Yes.
With the ones that already sold, and I'm trying to like expand on what I've already sold on. So
yes, that's exactly what I've been doing. Like I have Merch Wizard open on one side, so like I have the Airtable, and I sort by the number sold. So I start at the top, and then, you know, wherever I leave off, I continue like the next day or the next week or whatever. But start at the top, make sure that that product is sold the most is on everything. And then I also will add like a couple of variations of it, of like especially the top selling designs. And then I just keep going down. So it's like all my top selling shirts are now on all the products, and they have some variation.
I haven't looked on Merch Wizard, but will Merch Wizard tell you the total of how many times the shirt is sold, or is it only for the past 30 days?
It's both. There's two different columns. So total sold and last 30 days. So I look at both. Like most of the time, the top ones have sold in the last 30 days, but sometimes they don't for some reason. Like, or if it's just, I mean, sometimes it's a holiday or something, but sometimes it's just they stop selling for whatever reason. So then I go in and, you know, do whatever I can do to get it selling again.
Yeah. So another thing I've been doing is Michael Esney, his guy that he came out with, I think it was like a month ago. I think it was over like women, and the other one was over gaming, but you had to buy it. It didn't come with the strategy guide.
Oh yeah, I didn't buy that one. Did you? How was it?
It's really good, and I actually been spending a lot of time on the gaming one.
Yes, gaming is huge. I have quite a few, but I think I need to do a lot more with that.
I would say for the past three or 4 weeks since it's came out, like my focus has only been on the gaming niche.
Wow. So. And do you know a lot about that? Like, are you a gamer yourself?
Yeah, I'm a gamer a little bit, but not too much. But like, it seems like this is the most time I've ever spent on a niche like this, and it seems like the more I'm focused on it, I'm just coming up with ideas like crazy now. It's
awesome.
Weird. Yeah. So
speaking of Michael Esney, part of what has driven me to start learning how to design. So I think you know, like I started with just buying designs. Like I did not design it all myself. And then you know, I kept getting his graphic bundles that were attached with the guide, and I was like, these are all just sitting here, like I'm not doing anything with it. So that's one of the things that prompted me to be like, okay, let me just learn this. So I've been making designs with a lot of those graphics.
Yeah, I forgot how many graphic guides graphics he's given us. I mean,
it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it makes it so that is just like, I mean, it already was an unbelievable value before that was added, but then with that, it's just like, I mean, how can you not do well? You have the guide and you have the graphics that go with it. It's like, so it makes it so easy.
Daniel says one of the best-selling Valentine's Day merch designs is video game related.
Yeah. Yeah, video games is huge, huge, huge.
And yeah, I've been combining those niches like crazy with all kinds of designs and stuff. So
yes, that's another thing where it's like nice that I can do something like, you know, at least basic designs myself, because, you know, when I buy designs, it's nice to be able to just have that and then combine it with other niches. So you start off with something and you're like, okay, let me add a little twist to this. So it's nice to be able to just like quickly edit it myself and start combining it with other niches or other things. Change out a word here or there or whatever.
Emily says that t-shirt fella Adam Gabala has sold 2 tutorial videos for $1 each, showing how he uses the graphics from the groups, from the guides from Michael Esney's. And yeah, he has. Awesome. I actually watched one of his, or I bought one of his from, I think it was like the fireman one, and that's really good.
Yeah. When he does it, it's like he's a little bit above my, well, I mean, a ton above my level, but it's a little bit intimidating for me when I watch it, because I'm just like, oh my God, I can't do any of that. So for me, it's like, start small. So, but even if you do something so basic with his graphics, they sell. Like I had a lot of luck with the Christmas ones. I made all kinds of Christmas pop sockets with his designs, and they did well. So.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a week or so, but I hope he's getting better. He said he was like at 80%. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So. I hope he feels better soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I was talking to him and I said, how many hours are you spending on these guides? And he has like 2 or 3 people that he works with, and they spend like 20 hours a week making these guides each week. So
Wow.
he
Yeah,
spends so much money.
it's a lot to do everything. I mean, we're lucky to have so many good people in this community providing such good content, because it's not easy. I mean, and like most people charge like either nothing or very little. Like that guide should be a lot more, and you know that I charge nothing for a lot of like my tips and stuff I'm doing, and I know you do the same thing, like a lot of free content. So it's nice to all be able to work together.
Yeah, exactly. Emily said he gives out a lot of gold nuggets.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. So, and it's so much that I still haven't even taken advantage of with it. I mean, there's only like the guides have so much in there. There's only so much you can actually do in that week. So at some point I want to go back and revisit some of those guides, because there's so many good ideas, and some of the graphics I still haven't even opened. Like I still haven't used. So a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah, he has so many opportunities there. So that's kind of something I'm trying to focus on, is maybe spend more time on each niche that I want to go after and stuff. So
Yeah.
focus on that. So
there's only so much time. It's just like I definitely need to start hiring people. Like I mean, I've bought designs, so in some ways like I've outsourced things, but I haven't really focused on building a team, which I really need to do, because I think that would really help with being able to utilize all of this stuff that we have.
Emily, what does Emily do with Merch Wizard? Is she like what does she do?
I know she helps a lot with if people have questions or if they need help with something, if they get stuck on something. In terms of, I know she gives ideas to Rick too. Like she tests out a lot of this stuff, and they kind of all work together with like what they want to be added to merch. So she's like, oh, well, what about if we do this, or what about if we do that? And then Rick is the one who like puts it all together and figures out like how to make it work.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there she said product development, software testing, and tech support. All right.
That's pretty much what I said, right? I think
exactly.
You said it much more succinct.
Exactly. I wonder when Merch is going to come out with their next product for us.
I know, I'm dying. I really thought, for some reason, I thought February 1st. I was like, oh, I can't wait. And then nothing happened. I'm like, darn it. So I hope it's soon. I don't know. We'll see.
I wonder if it's going to be like phone cases or what.
I don't know what it'll be. But I mean, that was one of the things I talked about in my talk. They came out with, I think it was 7 different things in like 8 months. Like it was crazy. Like I went back and counted it out, like from when hoodies and long sleeves and sweatshirts we got, and then it was pop sockets, UK, Germany, what else? I feel like I'm missing something, but all of it, when I actually looked at the timeline of when everything came out, all of that was in like less than a year time. And the whole first 2 years, there was nothing new added. Like it was just those 2 t-shirts. There was nothing new. So they were able to add so much in 8 or 9 months that I'm like, you know, I think they could do so much this year. So we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait it out. See what happens.
But I still don't have everything that I have on all the products and on all the platforms yet. So I'm still being kept busy. It's not like have nothing to do right now, but it would be nice if they hurry up and come out with some new products.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, so are you doing any KDP stuff or?
I still haven't. How about you?
I've done a little bit, so
I know everybody talks so much about it, like they just love it. So I don't know. There's only so much I can do. Like my main focus, like in order of importance this year, is merch money, top importance, merch second, and building a brand is third. And then I'm done with time. Like I have no more time. And then I think after building a brand, the next importance is starting a blog and working on a website for myself and a website for Merch Money. and then other platforms and KDP and everything. So it's kind of far down the list, even though people have had like a lot of success with it. It's just like, I don't know.
What is okay, so I've been hearing like so much talk about the brandability, not only from D4D, but I mean, just like seems like it's everywhere. Just
yeah,
like that's the new thing going on. What is it? What does that mean to you? And what are you trying to do with it?
Well, I mean, brands have always been around. Like it's not really a new concept, but I think the reason and KDP was around for a long time before it became a big thing in the merch community. It's like sometimes these things just like catch momentum because we all talk to each other. We all talk to each other. So I think there's a lot of reasons why brands have caught momentum. One of them is just that people have been on merch long enough now that they're like, okay, what's the next thing? I think that's part of it. And also people are starting to have so many designs. So it's like, okay, well, what else can I do with these designs? So that's why people are like, okay, let me do KDP. Let me do these other platforms. And then some people are like, well, let me build a brand, because when you build a brand, you have more control. So, you know, if you know, heaven forbid you got kicked off Amazon or anything like that, you have your own brand, your own website. It gives you, like, when you have a brand, you start to have customers that are specifically like coming for something to do with your company. Like there's some kind of message, there's some kind of connection to your audience, and you're building like a relationship with your customers. So it gives you more control. It gives you more where it's not just so competitive. Like merch can get so competitive where it starts being like a race to the bottom, or it starts being, you know, where there's so many similar designs all right next to each other. When you build a brand, it's kind of like you're bringing people into your little world. So they're going to your website, they're only seeing your designs. So it gives you a little bit more control. You can raise the prices. You can sort of differentiate yourself from everybody else.
Emily says, are you using Etsy or Shopify for your brand? You don't know yet.
It's definitely going to be both. It's just a matter of like, do I say I'm doing it right now? And technically, I haven't officially done it.
Like you have a plan to do it.
But I have a plan to do it yet. So it will be Shopify and Etsy. Yeah. So my goal for the year is to do 2 brands. So I got about a week behind when I went to the UK conference, and I haven't caught up, partly because I just keep getting like, I just get in this like flow with merch where I'm like, I want to upload everything. So right now there's things coming down from UK and Germany. So I have slots opening up, and I'm like, I want to fill up all my slots. So like this last week I got a little distracted with that. But I have all year, and it's definitely going to happen. You know, I'm going, like today I have a call with Brandability. So it's like, it's nice because it's like you're working with the same people. And so they're, you know, they're not going to let me get off the hook. Like it is going to happen. I just am about a week and a half behind.
I saw that Rick is selling the UK conference videos. Is that is that worth it to get it or what?
Yeah, he did that with the Seattle too. So I mean, it's totally up to you. I mean, full disclosure, I did not buy the Seattle ones. I'm sure the Seattle ones would definitely have been worth it. So it's the same kind of thing. It's like, you know, I felt like I had tremendous value being there. So of course I'm going to say buy it, but it's totally up to you. I mean, you hear me every week on Merch Money shows. So it's like, you don't necessarily need to hear the talk. It's a lot of the same stuff I already say. So it's just, it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. Okay,
cool. How was Michael? Didn't Michael Essick? He spoke there too, right?
Yeah. He I think he switched up his speech a little bit from the Seattle one. So if you already heard him speak in Seattle, I think he added some new things and changed it up a little bit.
You gonna hope you get to speak in Seattle?
I mean, whatever. I know it's getting ridiculous how many people there are. So I know there's no way you could have like every single person speak. So, you know, whatever happens, it won't bother me either way. but it'll be nice. I mean, my favorite part of conferences is just talking with everybody and meeting everybody, and all the networking that happens at them. So I think the speeches are just sort of icing on the cake, but I think really meeting everybody is one of the main benefits of going.
Yeah, meeting everybody is probably really fun. So
yeah, I mean, YouTube helps a lot. Like, I feel like I already know people sometimes when I meet them because I've heard them talk so many times. But there is that extra little, like, when you're one-on-one talking with somebody in real life, where it's just like that extra added connection.
Isn't that crazy that we've never met, and so we talk so much. So
I know. So yeah, but we're still at least having one-on-one conversations. So sometimes when you're just like listening to the YouTube shows, you're not really talking to the people on the show. So it's a little nicer when you can meet them in person. No.
So there's lots of people out there who have photographs with you and showing their kids.
No, not lots. There was only 60 people there, and I did not take pictures with everybody, but it was fun. It was silly. Like, I remember, it's so funny because YouTube is like now it's like no big deal to me. If I meet people that are on YouTube, it's like, okay, awesome. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh. But I remember like when I first met Steve Rakin and Jameson and people like that, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm meeting these, like it was like a big deal to me. so it was funny to be on the other end of that, where I'm like, oh gosh, guys, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I remember when I met Steve Rakin for the first time. It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
But now that I've met Steve so many times.
I know, it's like it kind of wears off. Sorry, Steve. Now you're just sort of.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna wear these.
Oh, cool. Where'd you get those?
Actually, I got these from Dan. He's from the Green Room. He was
How's he doing? I don't think I've ever talked to him in person, but I remember like seeing posts or seeing stuff.
He was actually at not this year, I think it was last year. He went to some conference where Chris Green was, and Chris was handing out those glasses. And then so he knew I was big into merch, so he was wearing them one day, and he was like, Joe, I want to give these to you. And I was like, oh, man, thank you.
I went to a couple conferences Chris was at. I wonder if he was giving you stuff away and I missed it. I went to the ACE conference. He was at the ACE conference. I wonder, have you ever been to that? I wonder if they're doing it again. If they're doing it, I think they did it in April the last couple times. So I'll have to look into that. I think I would go again. Like, that was a pretty good one.
There's a lot of conferences that come up. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to know like what to focus on. I tend to go to the conferences that I feel like I'm gonna be most able to talk to people. So like the Grant Cardone one, the 10X one, I didn't go to that because it's like, you're gonna be in an audit, like a what is it called? Whatever. Stadium. And it's like who am I gonna be talking to? Like, it's like, if I go with people, maybe I'll talk to those people, but it's like it's less networking, I feel like. So that's why it's like the Merch UK one was perfect. It's like 60 people that all are e-commerce people. They all want to talk to each other. So stuff like that was perfect. Like the Merch one in Seattle, that'll be perfect. The ACE conference one is like, it's more of FBA and things like that, but it's still small enough where it's like I really got to talk to a lot of people. So I like those where it's more just a setting where it's easier to get to know everybody.
Yeah, those are fun with this, just like a 100 or so more people or whatever.
Right.
That's kind of like the Green Room meetup conference.
Yes, yeah, great. The Green Room would be perfect. Something like that. I think even the Seattle one might be getting so big at this point, but we'll see. It's still small enough, but once it gets to be like over 1,000 people, to me, I'm like, what's the point? Like, I don't know. I like going to smaller ones.
It's kind of funny. I've been going to the Green Room one in the past 2 years, and mainly that they're doing eBay and FBA. But I've got to know, it's kind of cool. I've got to know. I've been like 4 or 5 years, and I know like 70 or 80 people that are there every year. So it's just more of like friends now. So
yeah, that's nice.
It's like a big summer camp reunion. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, and I guess I went to ASD, which is definitely more than 1,000 people, so I guess I should take that back. But ASD isn't even, I guess it is a con, is it a con, it's more like a trade show, but there are speakers there and stuff. But I went twice so far to ASD, and both times it was like, I knew people that were going, so it was still that feel of like meeting up with people that you know, or meeting people that, I don't know, doing the same kind of thing you're doing.
So are you buying your designs still, or how are you doing your designs now?
I bought a ton already in the past. So right now, like over the last few weeks, I've just been going through those and seeing if I can switch them up, or, you know, make some kind of variation of it. Like I'm kind of using that as the base and then either adding stuff to it or changing stuff around. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I've bought some designs from Designs for Dollars, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just a little better and bigger than VA Rentals was, but it's still Brianna's company. So I had bought most of them from VA Rentals, and then now I've bought a few more packs from Designs for Dollars. And then I had worked with Penji for a few months earlier or last year, so I have some designs from that. But right now, currently, it's mostly just designing myself.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like it was a good skill to know how to do, and it makes it so that when you buy a design, you get more value from it, because you can apply it to more things and change it around and maybe use the graphic on other stuff. So
yeah, that's really good if you can use the graphic on other. Actually, here's a tip for you guys. If you guys get the Michael Esney graphics, and you have so many there. I think he came out with the St. Patrick's Day graphic. Did you get that one?
yes, I already used that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and what I've been doing is he has tons of other graphics.
Yes, and you can mix them around, right?
I've been putting them together.
Yes.
And making better graphics that go with two niches.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day and those other ones. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. Like over time, you get better and better at like thinking of stuff like that. It's like, you know, like a Santa hat can be put on all different animals or all different things, and all of a sudden it's a Christmas theme. And then the St. Patrick's thing, like there was a St. Patrick's Day hat, like that same thing. You just put it on all the stuff, and all of a sudden it's a St. Patrick's Day design. Or the shamrocks, you just kind of put it on somewhere. So yeah, you can mix and match all different niches, all different things.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat.
I forgot. Let me see the latest graphic one he came out with this past weekend. I can't remember what it was.
I'm sitting here trying to remember too. I don't remember either. There's been definitely a lot of good ones. I don't know. There might not have been a graphic pack on the last one.
You sure?
I feel like one of the ones recently didn't have it.
Got my phone here. Yeah, this last one he came out with, and it was called the Hipsters one.
Oh, I wonder if I missed that one.
The Hipsters.
Now I gotta look. I might have totally missed this email altogether. Let's check.
Check it out.
Yeah, see, that would be cool to add on to different things. Okay, now you can have a hipster Santa, you can have a hipster leprechaun.
Yeah. A hipster gamer.
Hipster gamer.
You got to buy the gaming one. That's separate. You got to buy that. That's separate.
Let me download this. I think I am.
There's a gamer one, and the other, I think it's other, like, I don't know, women in power or something.
All right, you might have sold me. I'm gonna have to go buy that after this show.
It kind of goes good because remember that I was kind of watching the news of the State of the Union, and they had all them women in power and stuff. So hey, that's popular right now. So you better go buy it.
All right, good point. Yeah, you're right.
Women empowerment. There you go, Emily.
I had somehow missed that email, so thank you for reminding me. I added it to my. But yeah, the St. Patrick's Day one, I've used that a million times. Travel graphics, I haven't used that yet. Local business graphic pack. The Valentine's Day one I used a lot. Red
See?
Fridays. Are you good with that? Like all the military stuff and all the like.
Yeah.
What else? I know he's good with all that stuff. Like I don't do anything with any of that.
One of my top shirts last year was all military.
Really? Fight,
And
sports
police officers.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know enough about the niche, or I don't know. I've totally missed the ball on those niches. Police officers, I have some shirts up. I think I've sold a couple, but it hasn't been big for me.
Nabil, it's $10 a month. You just pay $10, and every week Michael Esney will send you his strategy guide, and sometimes he'll send you free graphics with those guides, and you get four guides, a month. Which really, it should only be one guide a month, but you get 4. And there's so much information.
It's so much. It's crazy. Like
it'll blow your mind. I mean,
some people. The only criticisms I hear sometimes is that people think it's like too obscure, the niches. Like they're like, I don't even understand. Like, because it's so much information in the guides. So to me, I'm like, okay, well, if you don't understand one of them, just keep going. I mean, there's so many ideas in each one. Even if you only took one idea from each newsletter, that would be 4 new ideas a month, plus all the graphics. It's like you can make so much more than $10. And you can always circle back and you can send the ideas to your designers. And I had a lot of fun with the Halloween one. Like one of his recommendations was vegan Halloween. And it was just something I had just literally never thought of. I was like, it just never crossed my mind. And then I'm like, I wonder if there's vegan Halloween shirts. Sure enough, there weren't very many. So I made quite a few vegan Halloween shirts. Just about every single one sold. So I'm like, okay, there you go. He thinks of these random things that I never would have thought of.
Exactly. One thing that you can do, and here's another tip with Michael Esney's guide, like those ones you said they're all obscure and everything. If you go back in the past and look at his guides, and you go look up those shirts, you'll see the ones that have sold. And so
I mean, they're all good ideas. So it's just a matter of like if you want to use them or not. Like there's no way you could take advantage of every single thing in that guide unless you just had so many people working for you and were really on the ball. But even if you just take advantage of a few, I mean, just read through it. And sometimes it sparks ideas in other things. So I don't necessarily do exactly what he said, but it gives me an idea. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Or he also recommends so many tools. So he'll be like, oh, we'll go to this website or do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that existed. So he's just really good at having you stretch your thinking and think outside the box.
One of the biggest golden nuggets was something by Emily Robbins that was in one of Michael Esney's guides. I took advantage of that, and it has been very prosperous for me. So
that's awesome. Good job, Emily.
Yep. Emily knows what she's talking about.
Yes, she does.
We got a couple more people. What's up, Bozan? What's going on? Hey, here's a question from Ben Bamboo. Do either of you have experience with merchcomplete.com? And if you do, have you heard or not? Have heard any reviews about it? I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it and have no experience with it. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, merchcomplete.com.
Does it say who it's by? I could say if I've heard of the person.
Yeah, who's it by?
Merch Complete.
Yes, Emily, send me all your gold nuggets, please.
There's so many new tools coming out. It's crazy. Like it's just exploding. Let's see.
I have so many ideas for your dad to make me, but you know.
Yay! I know. I wish he would just
quit his job and do merch.
It was so funny. Last time we did a show together, the same topic came up. Like somehow we started talking about my dad, and he listened to the show later, and he was just like, "What are they?" Like he was so surprised that we started talking about him. It was funny. So, hi, Dad. We're talking about you again. All right, merch complete. Let me look at this. know nothing about this, and I can't find the person's name. Let's see. Oh, here we go. There's video. I'll have to watch it later and see who this is.
Let me see. I'm curious now.
I know. There's a picture of a person at the bottom. I don't know who. I don't see a name.
I think I've seen this before, but I don't know. There's so many things that people come out with. I'm not for sure.
Buy merch.
I can't say whether it's good or bad. I mean.
Yeah, but thank you for bringing it up. I'll look into it more and keep us updated if you hear anything else about it.
Yeah, exactly. What's the biggest event coming up we need a design for? St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day. It depends on how far ahead you want to go. Like, I think I'm pretty much where I'm done designing for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm going to move on to other things. It depends on if you want to hit everything or if you want to spend a lot of time on certain things. Like, I feel like I want to hit Mother's Day and Father's Day a lot harder this year than I have in the past. So I might just skip over Easter and go straight to Mother's Day, but we'll see. I don't know.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I might do that.
Yeah, because Mother's Day is pretty good. So yeah, I could think about that. Father's Day. What else is coming up? Things come around fast. So it's like, it's however far ahead you want to go. I mean, shirts don't get taken down for 6 months. So technically you can go pretty far out now. Like before it'd be 90 days. So you wouldn't want to design too far ahead because the shirt might get taken down before the holiday. But now, I mean, you just look at a calendar and figure out what you gravitate towards. Like for me, it's like, you know, Michael Esney does so well with military, police, firemen, all that stuff. And for me, I just, you know, I just have not taken the time to learn it, have not done it. So he might recommend different things for you to focus on right now than I would, because I want to focus on other areas. There's so many ways you can go, so many things you can focus on. It's really up to each person what they want to do.
Yeah.
What are you focusing on for the next couple of months, you think?
I don't know.
You said mostly gaming, you said right now, right?
Yeah, gaming. I still want to get back to the gaming.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, evergreen niches are good too. And it's like, for me, this is like long term. Like I'm planning on being on merch for a while. So even if I miss the holiday, like in the beginning, all my stuff was evergreen. I did no holidays the first year at all. So I completely skipped holidays. I mean, you can do it any way you want. Most people start the other way, where they start with the holidays. And then after they've been on the platform a while, they start adding in evergreen stuff. But you can do it any way you want. And, you know, if you miss a holiday this year, you just pick it up next year. You know. And
here's a good example, like Emily just said about good call about hitting Mother's Day now. And then she also said gaming moms, which is kind of crazy because when I'm doing gaming, I've been doing it for a lot of different niches. I've just been mixing it up, you know?
Yes.
So I'm hitting gaming moms. I'm hitting, you know, stuff for moms and dads, you know, kids, teenagers, adults, grandparents, you know, husbands and wives. So, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of smaller ones in there, like Pi Day is a big one. So that was already getting close to Pi Day, so it might be starting to be too late, but you could do a few Pi Day shirts. I did 100 Day of School shirts, and those are pretty much over. I think most of the schools have had their 100th day of school, but I had not done that the previous years. And those sold well. Like, I think I only had one. I think I made like 6 or 7 designs for that. And I think I only had one that didn't sell. So that one did pretty well.
And don't look past, one thing I always check is Merch Archive. So Merch Informer Archive. So I use that.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's so many tools you can use. So it's like I dropped the ball on some of this stuff. I mean, thank you for that reminder. I always forget to look at that. That's a big one.
That's a good one. But hey guys, that's gonna be all for today. We just want to come on and do a little chit chat with you guys and just talk merch, you know. So
yeah, well, thanks for having me on, Joe. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun. And
we got to do another contest sometime.
Yeah, I'll think of another one and we'll do it.
That was really fun.
Or if you think of another one, you can let me know.
Yeah, or guys in the comments. So if you missed it, Joe and I did a contest, what was it, a few months ago,
Yeah.
to see who could get 6,000 designs up first. So, you know, you could go back and look at that, but see if you can think of a new contest for us. We're both at the same tier and, you know, about the same sales and everything. So we're neck and neck. So if you think of more contests for Joe and I to do, let us know.
Yeah. All right, guys. You'll have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye, everybody.